Oh God, Max.
Let's get started on this crapshoot.
Hi, we are live from the Bro Jail.
Oh, good God.
I'm Kien and Max.
I'm Max Schooley.
And this is a
John
Robo.
Dean's here, too.
And John Dean is also
John
here.
Dean is here, but he's probably not going to provide a whole
A lot
lot.
of
Did
information.
not see the movie.
So this is one of them Robro reviews. I think that's what we changed the title to for the movie reviews we do. Oh my God. So this is the first. I think this is gonna be the first review where we like actually bitch about a movie.
Yeah.
And it's like just continuous bitching.
Because there is not a lot of high points to this movie.
No, the movie we were talking about, if you look at the screen right there, is Wish Upon. I guess we could get to the quote-unquote plot.
There's a box that fucks shit up if
Right.
you make a wish like a needy bitch.
Right. So there's this girl who is bullied in high school. She's one of the non-popular kids. Her dad comes in contact with this box, and he's like, I think this is a cute gift for my daughter, because she's mad at me, and she finds out that she can make wishes on it and that they come true, and but there's a twist.
That she doesn't fucking figure out after people are dropping like flies.
Blood must be paid to make these wishes, and as the story progresses, she makes more and more terrible wishes, until, spoiler alert, she dies. Now,
Well-
let's go into
right.
quote unquote critical analysis of this movie. Max, got anything?
The actors were good.
The actors were good.
The people who actually acted in this were good. They were good at their role.
For what they had.
For what they were given, they were pretty good. Any writers of this movie and or directors, if you hear this,
Fuck
you.
you. Right.
You fucking suck.
And I feel
Like,
what I feel this was like it was a trashed plot for a Final Destination movie.
like
That's how I feel.
this movie could have been very good. It had the basis, and it had new actors that were good. Like, this could have been the start of something.
Right.
This could have been the start of a new Final Destination series where this box is bouncing around to new groups of people.
Right.
But they just couldn't do it well.
Right.
Like, it was just bad.
And I think my problem with it is the main character. Like, she as an actress wasn't bad, but she is such a fucking asshole. Like, when you first meet her, you don't feel sorry for her whatsoever. She's a bitch to her dad who's just doing his fucking job.
I don't even think that's his job. I think he's just a trash picker, honestly. He doesn't go to work. He wasn't making any money off that shit. He wasn't selling it. It was just in the fucking house.
Yeah, but like, how are they still keeping that house and shit? Like, I mean, I feel like
Probably
no, he sells it. He sells it. They talk about scrapping some of the shit they have, and then he just keeps some of the other shit that they like.
Yeah.
Not getting into the dad's job.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
The main character is just so whiny.
Yeah, she is just
I
don't know, like
her wishes are super selfish too.
Incredibly fucking selfish.
You would think that like the second wish after she finds out that like, okay, so the first wish she has is she wishes necritis on a girl.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so she figures that out. You don't think her fucking second wish would be wishing her mom back who died in the beginning of the movie?
Right. Like, she had the fucking realization her dream came true, and her first wish after that is, let's fuck with some more shit. Let's give me shit.
Right. And then it's just,
like, what the fuck?
The deaths weren't even cool though. Like, the first death you see is her fucking grandpa dying. Her uncle.
Her great uncle.
Her uncle dying. And you think that he dies the first time he slips on the bathroom. And you're like, oh, he's dead. That's cool. No, he gets back up. Wham! Hits his head, and now he's dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? No, don't.
Yeah, that extra 10 seconds of him not dying from the first thing, not needed. He should have died the first time he cracked his skull.
Right.
That should have been it.
Right. And it's...
So, critical error number one, you can't kill a guy and then have him come back and die again.
Right.
Like, don't fucking do that.
And then they do, like, backstories for, like, certain people. And, like, alright, I have a problem with, like, it's not people that, like, the box just randomly kills things. At first it was, like, people who I thought were important. But then they kill the girl who's trying to help her. And I'm like, why? Why her? Like, that's just a plot device just to keep the other guy who's like helping her be like, you killed her. She was very important to me.
Yeah, and like it doesn't really pick important people in your life. It just picks
random
people in
right.
your life.
Right. At first, it felt like it because that lady died.
The lady died.
And her third
uncle
wish,
died.
her uncle died.
Her dog died.
Right.
Like the first 3 or 4 wishes felt very close to you, and then after that, it was kind of just
right. Because then the fourth girl who died, was the Chinese lady, and then it got back into being more critical, where it was her best friend dying, and then her dad, and then her. But
the only reason the box picked the Chinese lady to die is because the box knew the Chinese lady was going to fuck with shit.
Right.
Too bad the Chinese kid figured it out anyways.
And he didn't die.
No, he didn't fucking die.
And I think that's that's the biggest fault of this movie, to be honest with you, is that like it doesn't have a good enough plot to get it going.
No.
And the deaths are laughable more than they are like serious.
There were 2 deaths in this movie that didn't make me start want to laughing. The mom and the dog.
Right. That really pissed me off. I was like, fuck you movie.
I knew it was gonna kill the dog though, because the dog was the only thing that the mom had given her that she had left of the mom after like 12 years or so.
And it's just it's such a weird This is one of those movies where like I wish I was paid to do this, so I could be like, nope, I don't want to do this. But like,
I do want to see Chinese kid, I think his name is Chris or Ryan or something like that. I want to see him. I want to see main girl, and I want to see Beth from Stranger Things.
Right.
I want to see those 3 start getting more roles. They were really strong, good actors.
I even think her other best friend was a really good actor.
Actress. She was. She was good, but I don't know. She didn't really draw my attention as much as the other 3 to like make me feel like she could become a good like a big actor.
Honestly, if we could go anything, I wish it was just one wish, and it was the wish that like Paul would fall in love with her, and like it became a creepy stalker movie, because that was the most interesting wish to come out of it. Like that Paul would be fucking stalking her, taking pictures of her while she's sleeping and shit like that. Like, at first you'd think it was Ryan who was doing that shit, but no, it was Paul.
Yeah.
But, like, the way they fucking ended him, that plot line is, like, he slits his...
dumb as shit.
Slits his wrists, and then he's saved. I'm like, alright, whatever, that's cool.
Right? Like, they could've... I am not one for making a new plot line in a movie just to extend it, but they could have made the movie a hell of a lot more interesting if he fucking, like, kidnapped her, and now she doesn't have the box, so all this shit is... falling down around her, all of her wishes.
Right.
And he kidnapped her, and now he doesn't love her, but he kidnapped her, so he doesn't fucking know what to do.
Right.
Like, that could have made for an interesting plot.
Right. And then, like, I don't...
Like, the whole movie had things it could have done, it probably should have done, and just fucking didn't do.
Right. And, like, the beginning of the movie, like, they try to make you feel bad for her, but I just don't feel bad.
I felt bad for, like, 5 minutes.
Right. And then she started making those wishes, and I'm like...
Yeah, once she started making wishes, I was like, well, okay, you deserve whatever the fuck is coming to you.
Yeah, and she's so selfish about it, too, at the very end of the movie. Like,
right.
She gets her... It's just... Her friend dies because of her. She's like, I need it. Like, everything's taken away from her. I'm like, dude... Like,
yeah, all your wishes have undone anyways, and she's still batshit crazy about this damn thing.
Yeah, right. And like
Jesus.
There's a plot twist. Spoiler: she finally wishes her mom back to life.
Right.
And then her dad gets killed. And like my thing about that, and this is the only thing that I came up with, and my thought is like, I would have thought the way it looked, like people who have been affected by the wish wouldn't have been killed, because it kind of would be null and void.
Yeah, it kind of didn't seem to affect them because they weren't dying.
Until the dad died. And then I was like, alright, well, fuck that.
I guess. But, I mean, what...
I don't know what else, like... There's no good thing I could say about this movie. And it's
No, not really.
It wasn't fun. It wasn't even a fun horror movie where I could be like, yeah, that's awesome. Like, I didn't even have fun laughing at it. I was just like, God, it's so dumb.
Yeah, like, I laughed the most at the stupidest parts where you're like, that was so fucking dumb.
Right, ridiculous.
I can't even not, like, start breaking down right now.
Right.
Just can't even.
The whole movie was I can't even right now feel. The whole movie was, Jesus, is that really what they're doing? Like, what the fuck? it was a disappointing movie. Very disappointing. I don't know. Keen, do you have anything more to say on the movie before we give it our ratings?
I thought the Ghost Pokemon Go thing was stupid as fuck.
You were excited about it during the movie, and then it ended up to her death, and then I was like, well, fucking she deserves it.
Right.
Fuck you.
Right. Her friend didn't deserve that though, like, and
No,
I also,
like,
her
friend
friend
kind of did go super asshole
Right.
near the end, though.
Her friend goes, like, first she seems very reasonable. She's like, you didn't wish for world peace, no violence, you know? And then she's like, or something for me and Beth. I'm like, she technically did. She
Like-
got all that money and she bought you an $800 Gucci purse. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, she sent you guys on a spending spree.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck you. She
like
did
it
something
wasn't
for
a
you.
direct wish to you,
But it was
she
an
utilized. She
right.
utilized it for you.
Right.
So like, I don't know, but and then after she's like, or for us, fuck you. Then I'm out, cause blah blah blah.
Right.
Something about that damn fucking Pokemon game she's playing just outside or some shit.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, we might as well just go to our rating because there's nothing else I can say.
After ranting, I'm actually lowering the rating I had yesterday. I'm giving it a 2.5 because I'm just even more disappointed after like sitting back and thinking about this movie.
Right. See, I had it low already. I had it at a 2.
See, I had it at a 3, and I only gave it a 3 because the actors were good. But I'm just so disappointed in the movie, I have to just take away another half a point and put it at 2.5.
So I'm the odd man out. I had 2 when we left. I'm giving it a 1. I'm hitting that, giving it the 1. Like, the actors are not redeemable of this movie to me.
No,
Like it's not redeemable. Like, the one-liners are stupid.
the movie made me not like the movie.
This movie was like what is wrong with horror that we were talking about on our podcast, and it was just like, once you do a podcast about horror, and then I had to do this review because we forgot to do it last night. I'm like, God damn, no, this is not a horror movie. This is bullshit. So I'm sorry, I'm giving it a 1.
Alright.
If you want to see Wish Upon, you might have different opinions.
Yeah, I recommend seeing. Okay,
I recommend renting it
I would recommend eventually seeing it sometime eventually.
on a streaming service.
If you pirate it, if you find it somewhere for free, if somebody decides to get really drunk and rent it, like, I don't give a shit. It's not something I'm requiring you to watch by
No.
any means. Any means, but like,
Yeah.
it's a movie, and if you don't really know what you want to do with your night, watch Witch Upon.
Right.
It will make you either laugh, it will make you feel like, what the fucky, or you'll take it out and start doing something you actually wanted to do.
Right. You use it as background noise.
Right.
It's like a background noise thing for me.
So I'm looking at another very good critique website right now. I give them air quotes because I really kind of don't
Is it
believe
Rotten Tomatoes?
Maybe.
It's Rotten Tomatoes. Of course
but
it is.
I'm going to tell you, Rotten Tomatoes, for once, has actually given the same rating that I gave on a movie. They thought this movie was a crapshoot.
That's always a positive.
Critique consensus. Wish Upon is neither scary nor original, but is fundamentally flawed as a horror movie. Awesome.
Well, they're
May
not
make
wrong.
it destination viewing for after midnight camp genre enthusiasts. I don't know what that means, but it's a very... I could see Jay saying something like it's a campy movie. Like, it's a very bad movie.
It's bad.
It's one of those movies where you're like, hey, does anybody have a really bad idea to do tonight? Some guy pulls up some illegal thing, and somebody else is like, let's get fucking crossfaded. Somebody else is like, let's just watch a really bad movie. Wish Upon is the movie that comes up from that idea.
Yeah. Well, that's a review. Sounds so lackluster. This is the first review where I'm like, not mad, but irritated. I'm sorry I took you to this, Mac. I apologize, but we need, one of us needed to go. Jay got the good end of the stick this time.
Yeah, miraculously. I didn't want to see the movie Jay went to, and somehow I still enjoy the movie he went to more.
Right. So, that was Wish Upon. I'm Kien.
I'm Max.
I'm still John Dean.
Bye.